Hello and welcome to Nashville Fairgrounds for the second race of the 2018 ARCA season. We're coming off of a P2 on our debut at Daytona. This will be the first short track of the season, and the first time we're really taking the cars outside of the high banks of a speedway. Of course, I tested with the team at IRP during the off-season, that being my home track after all. Never really driven Nashville Fairgrounds up to this point before. This practice session was my first handful of laps, which is what we got going in the background right now during this intro. But yeah, coming in third in points rather, P2 finishing order. And we're just looking for a good result today. Don't know how strong the car is. We were about top 5 pace in practice. Again, not the greatest single lap driver, but I feel like I can get it done in the race way better than I can in qualifying. And here we are rolling under pacing. We are rolling off P6. Two of our teammates are on the front row, Chandler Smith and Christian Eckes, making their debut this season. Lock out the front row for Venturini. We are the third highest car in 6th. Natalie Decker is in 10th. Solid qualifying run for the team. Green flag's out. Already really quick. 50 laps here at Nashville. Kind of jumped the start a little bit. Thankfully wasn't called for it. We have Gus Dean on our inside. Thankfully, Gus Dean is okay after that terrible crash at Daytona. He's a little bit sore, a little bit beat up. He's still going to be racing. For now, we're clearing to 5th as we pass him around the outside. And I really do not know what the preferred lane is here. Slowly working our way forward through the field. Eckes is clear of Chandler Smith up ahead. Now, I couldn't tell you if top or the middle lane was better. As you see Creed get a run on Smith. We're going to try to roll top, almost lay it into the door of the 41. It's hard to tell. Almost 3 laps into this race. Going to be challenging for 4th here. And honestly, I could not tell you from practice or qualifying if the bottom or that middle groove is better. And here we are half a lap later. Seems like the middle groove's working out pretty well. We're going to pinch Zane Smith off just a little bit, get the drive off. Kind of chop down in front of him. Give him a little bit of space. Nothing too harsh. Up into 4th. Car's still a little bit tight on exit. We're trying to get rotation from revs. We're running a much shorter 4th gear than the rest of the field. Trying to get something spooled up off the corner. But the problem is, it's not getting loose as what I'd want. It's getting really, really tight. I'm going to try to see if I can make something work as we're slowly closing in on the battle of Chandler Smith and Sheldon Creed in front of me for second. Riding on board here on lap number 10, not really making any progress. We're going to try to throw it into the middle lane. Can't quite make it stick, not used to running up there. We're going to try to run a bit of a different lane. Going to throw it in middle, get on the brake to rotate down the track, see if that can help a little bit. But as of right now, Eckes is slowly starting to pull away. Doing everything I can to get by Creed and Smith here. I feel like I'm faster. I feel like I am on pace with the 15 car up front. It's just, I have not found a way to get by either of these two, and at this rate, I really don't know how. Start of lap 15 here, and as you see, we just throw it into 1, trying to get something going. Get up to the back bumper of the 28. We're almost there. Almost able to get something done. I'm just trying to get to that right rear. I feel like if I can get to the right rear and pinch Creed off in the center of a corner and exit, I feel like I could get by him. Almost go directly into the back bumper of the 28 there. I'm trying not to rough him up. I want to pass him clean. Going into 3 here, the opportunity presents itself, but I just overdrive entry and Creed is allowed to pull away once again. But however, the very next corner, a little bit sideways on exit there. managing to stay on the right side of Creed, not going to let him get by. Into 3 the next time. Try to roll that middle groove. Creed didn't really pinch him down as much as I'd wanted. We're 3rd place at the line. And we should be able to clear here. Going to tap the brake, rotate down to the bottom to block him off. And we're going to try to do the same thing to Chandler Smith the very next corner. But we completely miss our mark, have to block Creed. And as of right now, we are P3 with just over 30 laps to go. And not even half a lap later, maybe a lap later if that, I'm able to get to the outside of Chandler Smith, and this time we'll make it work. That's what I wanted to do to Creed a couple laps prior. Just wanted to lay it on his door on that dotted line, make sure he was not allowed any momentum by. Chandler Smith has been dispatched. Christian Eckes is the only car I have to worry about now, and I have 30 laps to track him down. A couple laps later, if we look forward, Christian Eckes is starting to get towards the tail end of this lap traffic. This is exactly what I need. Eckes is going to be pinched down as Decker had to pit for a flat tire. This is the one thing I need. Eckes is able to get by the 9 car pretty easily, but I'm just able to roll the top while he's forced behind the lappers on the bottom. Again, I feel like I'm the only one that can make that work, especially to a way that I need to win this race. And now here we come onto the start of lap 25. We are almost at halfway, and I'm working through the lap traffic that Eckes is in. But once I get by the 2, he is the first car in front of me. He's trying to dispatch Tyler Dipple to force him on the high side and force him to block my line. So I'm starting to overdrive entry just a little bit. Eckes is in my sights. I can get there. I can get by him. I just need to calm down. Let's relax a minute. I have the better car. Without a question, as I force my way up to the top side of the 22, I'm not letting Eckes get away. I'm not letting this first career win slip away from me that easily. But now, as I am working between Thad Moffitt and the 3 car, I just can't seem to run that middle lane with Eckes making his moves, forcing him to the bottom. The 3 chops my nose there, kind of blocks me up the track, almost puts me in the wall, forced the lift on the exit of 2. Little gesture out the window, let him know I wasn't a fan of it. But now there is clean track in front of me. Well, at least in front of Eckes, and the only car in front of me is Eckes. Now the fight's going to be on as we close in on 30 laps to go. 32 to go currently, coming to 31 at the line. And now I'm starting to just throw it into the corner. I feel like I have the car. I am the driver. I can do this. I can get by my teammate and win this race. Just crossed 20 to go, and I am driving it in deep on corner entry, trying to get to Eckes' right rear, trying to force him off his line. Couldn't do it into 3 that time. Not going to be able to do it into 1. But I feel like if I can just get a couple more laps, couple more corners, I'm going to be able to get to that right rear, and Eckes will pretty much be at my will at what we're going to be able to do here for this race win. And sure enough, immediately after I say that, I'm able to get it up to the right side. Eckes tries to push me up. Tell him, no sir, I am not lifting. Going to remain side by side with my teammate. Eckes is going to not quite clear me as I tag the fence off of 4 there. Drive it in deep into 1 as we start lap number 34. This time, I'm not quite able to clear as it looks like the 9 has a tire down, or that might be the 34. Can't quite tell. Not like it matters. I'm too focused on the 15 I'm trying to pass. We take the lead at the line. Still not clear of Eckes. He is fighting hard on that inside. I feel like I just get a much better run into 3 compared to him. I drive it in deep. Lay it right on that second dotted line. Chop down. Kind of squeezed Eckes just a little bit. A little bit dirty. But with that move, we are clear into the lead. And it's time to start pulling away. As I'm catching this lap traffic, we've pulled out just over half a second over Christian Eckes and almost 2.5 over Sheldon Creed in third. Gonna do what I always do, take it to the outside, lay on the right side of these lappers. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get a gap on Eckes, knowing he is weaker through the lap traffic than I am. Just gotta keep rolling this second groove, and I just gotta force Eckes to do something he's not used to as I tag the fence there off of 4. No damage, surprisingly. Put Brett Holmes a lap down. And at this point, we have up to 16th, or up to 17th rather, a lap down. We're coming to 10 laps to go. How many cars can I put a lap down before the end of this race? I am absolutely feeling it. And now on lap 43, coming to lap 44, I'm on the back of Ryan Repko and Will Kimmel, putting 16th and 15th place a lap down at this rate. Just taking my time. I have 2 seconds, 6 laps. I'm definitely faster than Eckes. Even if I have problems lapping these guys, I have plenty of time back to the 15 car. Just going to take it nice and slow as we're coming to start lap 45. No need for anything risky or dangerous. Let's just bring it home, and this is it. We have a career win under our belts, and we'll probably take the points lead here. Crossing the stripe, 5 laps to go. We're just going to go ahead and bring this one on home. Not much of note's going to happen for the rest of this race. Just got to coast. Almost 2.5 seconds over Eckes behind. Eckes most certainly has a car that could have challenged me. I want to say he does have the second fastest time. Not even half a tenth slower than mine. He was someone I had problems with in practice. The one car I was setting against as a measuring stick all day. Catching a gaggle of slow cars up here. Don't really need to do anything dangerous here. 3 laps to go. Getting on to the back of Con Nicopolis in the 06. I keep having to lift for him. I want to take the outside, but the 9's up there. The 06 forces me into the 3rd groove on entry. Not able to do much. I really don't want to race these guys hard. Give the 9 a shot, trying to get him out of my groove. Not able to work. I want to cut it down middle 3, lifting down the back. And right now is when I realize I have 3 seconds over Eckes at this point. He can gain as much as he wants over these next 2 laps. There is no need to do anything risky. I slide in behind the 06 as we've taken the white flag. Only 2 corners to go. Have a cheeky little look. I want to put him a lap down. Not able to do so. But off of turn number 4, already weaving and celebrating. We are a race winner in the ARCA series. Only 2 races into our career. We are already jamming the throttle. Just bouncing it off the rev limiter. And honestly, I am extremely happy with how this race has gone. We're going to slowly come around. Here comes Zane Smith. We're going to have a handful of cars, not bring it down pit road. Going to have to wait a little bit for our burnout, but it's fine. While we wait, your finishing order and top 10 in points will be on screen. And with this win, we are the points leader. Only 2 races into our career at this point. We have a chance to fight for something, and I feel like a race win is something CarQuest should absolutely be proud of. There we go, dump the clutch, start burning it down. This is our first win in the ARCA series. As I smack the wall. A little bit of rear end damage, never hurt nobody. This car's completely legal, do not worry. But now, following a race win, gonna do a Polish victory lap, celebrating the fans. Even if there's no fans in that corner, it doesn't matter. Just soaking in the moment, so excited for this win. Next race will be in Salem. It's gonna be a home race for me down in southern Indiana. Not quite as close as IRP, but it's another race in Indiana. And with that, and the slow victory lap, we will see you guys down in southern Indiana for race 3 here in a couple weeks.